Hello everyone, my name is Elsie, Madam Elsie Kenya. I'll be taking you through this podcast today, and we are covering a subtopic known as school dropout. We are going to get reasons or causes of school dropout. Okay, without much wasting time, because we have limited time in this podcast, we are going to look for the factors that lead to school dropout. Number one, we have financial constraints. This is where many families cannot afford the costs associated with the education, including tuition fees, books, uniform, and transportation. You may find a family whereby they are not even able to raise basic needs, leave alone school things. So it may be so difficult for students to go to school since they cannot even afford a meal to take overnight or a day. So it becomes so difficult for them to attend school, to pay school fees, to buy books, uniform, and even transport at times. So that would be the cause of school dropout, financial crisis. But at least nowadays, this challenge is at least being solved because we have the government capitation, bursaries, and even well wishers, and like the holidays. So that initially that was one of the causes of school dropouts. Number two, we have family responsibilities. This is where some students may need to work to support their families, take care of siblings, or contribute to household income, which can hinder their ability to attend to school regularly. You may find some parents have allocated their some kids job or their children to take care of the cows, and even the other ones to make sure they have brought something at home. So these responsibilities may hinder them from going to school since they cannot multitask at that young age and manage all of them. Number three, we have lack of access to education. In remote or rural areas, school may be far away or inaccessible, making it difficult for students to attend regularly. So this would be another cause of why students may lead to school dropouts, since in rural interior areas there will be so many challenges, maybe of water, food, and other resources, and so education even not accessible to those areas. Then we have poor academic performance. Students who struggle academically may feel discouraged and opt to drop out rather than face the challenge of catching up or feeling inadequate. I find in some situations students may always be positioned maybe that out of that, and whenever we got exams or an exercise, everyone knows who will be the last. So that challenge of not performing well may lead the student to feel to have a low self-esteem and opt to drop to school rather than to continue with the academic. Unlike now, we have the CBET curriculum or the CBC curriculum where you are concentrating on the competencies of students. So we are a bit far ahead in solving these challenges of school dropout. Number five, we have social pressures or bullying. Peer pressure. This is where peer pressure, social exclusion, or bullying can create a hostile environment that trains students to disengage from school and eventually drop out. You find in schools there are students who are older than others and even big in terms of size and all that. So you may find they are discouraging the younger ones and taking advantage of them, forcing them to do things for them, treating them unhealthy sometimes, and making them difficult and making their learning environment so difficult for them to, or maybe conducive for them to partake standards, maybe like even boarding schools, they are boarding them with their dormitories and all that. And the peer pressure, let's say when youths have nowadays, like you should not stand, you should not have education, there are no jobs in Kenya, and all that may be a big motivation to school dropouts. Then you may find we have lack of motivation or interest. Some students may not see the relevance of education to their lives or may lack the motivation to continue schooling. You may find there are students that are performing or doing well in their academics, but since the school Honda or the department Honda does not appreciate students who perform good in their grades, or does not have a way of encouraging those that are doing well and motivating them with this one to encourage them to work harder. There's this target: if you get this, you acquire this. When you maybe get an A in this unit, you are handed this amount of money. So there will be no competition to learn. They think that standing or making good grades is just useless. It's not good for them. They may find that they may be not motivated. Instead, they'll be discouraged and think that it is not even important I do this or I stand hard, since there is no motivation. Maybe even the future is not promising, and this factor may slowly develop and lead to school dropouts. Then we have healthy issues. Healthy issues, this is when we have physical or mental health problems can affect students' ability to attend school regularly and keep up with the academic demands. Some diseases may be chronic and may need attention. You may find that someone is having challenges with the health. They may need regular checkup in hospital. Maybe they have a certain disability that cannot accommodate them to school for a longer time. Maybe there are so many issues of health that cannot force them to be school maybe a full time regularly, and this may lead to school dropouts. But at least the current curriculum that we have is catering for these challenges, whereby we can have their schools catering having disabilities facilities and even other health issues. Almost every school now has a school clinic or a school sick bay where students can seek assistance, they can feel free, and even have somewhere they can relax, and in case of any other challenges like personal issues, they can see the counseling departments and the issue is solved. So yes, slowly with the developing technology, catering of some issues that may lead to school dropouts. So that was all about the healthy issues. Then we have substance abuse. In some cases, substance abuse issues can lead to truancy and eventually dropout from school. No, drug abuse can come in so many ways. You may find a peer pressure where you come from. Your friends don't go to school, they just go somewhere and take drugs, and they have advantages of those drugs. You can feel someone thinking you, oh, don't, when you take maybe banky or this cocaine, your memory will be high, you'll be able to think well in class, you'll be able even to perform better. And because it is a peer pressure thing pushing you to that situation, you end up taking those drugs. Eventually they're going to affect you. Instead of thinking or critically or performing well as your peers are telling you, it may lead to a lot of trauma and other things in life, and eventually you may find someone dropping out of school. Then we have apart from that, we can also say addressing these factors requires comprehensive approaches involving community support, government policies, and education reforms to ensure that all students have equal opportunities to complete their education. This is a policy that everyone should embrace, so that we can take out this challenge of drug abuse, so that our students can be able to concentrate in class and catch up with others and perform well, and eventually have their careers complete and having done well in their studies without struggles and all other things around them. So because of time, I'll be concluding. There is this factor of health concern we have looked at. This lack of relevance is also we have addressed about that issue. Peer pressure and bullying also we have. there's one point that I want, and yeah, the personal family issues is the point I want to conclude with. You may see some family problems such as illness, divorce, or lack of support can contribute to students leaving school. Personal issues like mental health concerns or substance abuse can also play a big role to school dropout. So you may find families have divorced or they have issues, and maybe the mother or the father is the breadwinner of the family paying school fees and that. So those problems may cause school dropouts since they are not want to pay for the school fees, or one of the guardian who was the breadwinner has fallen sick, illness that is chronic, maybe like cancer. This will contribute highly to school dropout. So because our time has gone in this podcast, I hope you have enjoyed the content we have been sharing, and looking forward to embrace the challenge of school dropout. So I conclude by saying addressing these underlying causes through support programs, mentorship, improved teaching methods, and community involvement can help reduce the dropout rate and keep students engaged in the education. This is the goal, to address these causes through programs, create programs, mentorship. We have students to guide them, the guidance and counseling, the mentors who come and guide them and improve teaching methods so that they can encourage students that education is good, and through this we reduce the school dropout. Thank you for that. May you have a nice time. Meet you next time. Bye.